When you look up at the night sky, what do you see? Clouds? Planes? Spotlights? The answer here should be stars, but on the well-lit streets of an urban city, this often isn't the case. Light pollution, also referred to as sky glow, is a rising problem in urban centers and has increased exponentially in the past 50 years.
I grew up in a time before light pollution became really as bad as it was. I grew up in Toronto, and I used to be able to sit on my roof and look at the Milky Way when I was just a kid. And of course, you can't do that probably within 40 miles of Toronto anymore.
This is Steve Holmes, president of the Kitchener Waterloo Royal Astronomical Society. The club is a group of amateur astronomers who get together on a weekly and monthly basis to study and observe the night sky. It comes as no surprise, then, that the club would have a vested interest in reducing light pollution in the Kitchener-Waterloo region.
Obviously, there's a lot of people who are not involved in astronomy that are coming down hard against light pollution because there's more and more data that seems to link it to health problems. It's an unnatural situation to have illumination at night. It obviously has a huge impact on animals, those particularly that hunt at night, because they don't get the darkness that they need.
With such major concerns to be considered, how does the city deal with this issue? In Kitchener, the issue is tackled right at the planning stage.
There are things in the industry that luminaire manufacturers do to mitigate how much light goes up. We try to make sure that luminaires that we purchase have a low amount of light in that upward zone, and that's the direct source of light, sky glow, light pollution.
The future of street lighting is looking bright as well, with new lighting technologies being developed.
We're transitioning into a new technology now for lighting. We're looking at LED lighting, and our new luminaires will have a zero uplight. Okay, so this will tend to mitigate some of the problem of sky glow.
But streetlights aren't the only problem. In fact, much of the light pollution that you see is caused by privately owned plazas, signs, and lights from your own home. To combat this issue, the Royal Astronomical Society is tackling light pollution at a local level, specifically at the Boardwalk Plaza.
The light pollution issue there was they've installed the latest technology in lights. So we have very low power consumption LED lighting, which is what they call full cutoff. But one of the things that we thought was unnecessary was to leave the parking lots and outside illumination on after, say, 10 or 11 o'clock. When there are no customers, there's nobody in the parking lot, you're not protecting anything. So at a time like this where we need to be looking at ways to save energy, light pollution just seems to be a really easy win for us. So.
As the world becomes more technologically driven, light pollution will continue to be a constant concern. How we deal with that issue will be the real test. For 519 Online News, I'm Caitlin Henshaw.